Hey friends, David York here at the York Way. We just finished servicing this Indian Pursuit behind me. So let's do a walk and talk around this bike and tell you what we did to service this bike the York Way. All right, 2022 Indian Pursuit Limited. 23,000 miles on this bike when it was dropped off, so we serviced it like it's a 25,000 mile service. And let's go ahead and start up front here. We take a look at the tires, look at the carcass of the tire, make sure it's healthy, make sure the tread's wearing correctly. It's not abnormally wearing in any way. Check the tread depth, obviously. This has got 4/32 left on it, so he's got a few miles left on it. And we check the brakes. These front fenders are open, so it makes it a lot easier to get at the brake pads and inspect those. See if we can get this camera down here and show you these brake pads. We replaced these pads at the last service, so we felt confident that they were going to be good. And you can see they've still got a lot of meat on the pads, but more importantly, they're wearing evenly from top to bottom, so we know that the caliper pistons are not sticking, the slide pins are not sticking, and those look good. Take a look at your forks, make sure you don't have any fork oil weeping past your seals, make sure they're good. We actually did the forks on this at the last service as well, so we know they're good, and the balance test is good on them. Change the oil and oil filter, of course, and we did not change the air filter. The air filter was changed at the last service and will be changed at the next service. But if we wanted to just inspect it, we still have to pull the seat, pull the gas tank, and do all those steps. So we did not inspect it. Now, if this was a Thunderstroke engine, the air filter is right here on the side. It takes us like 3 to 5 minutes to pull that cover, inspect the air filter, wipe out any residual oil in there, and then close it back up. So we would have done it if it was a Thunderstroke engine. Check the spark plugs and pull the spark plugs out. Make sure the gap is good. No abnormal issues with the spark plugs. And on this one, for the first time ever, we had a spark plug wire come apart on us. And it looks like this little crimp here came off of the connector inside the boot. And when it let go, then the rubber was not enough to hold it together. So it came apart in our hands. But the reason that's the first time ever is we do not yank on these spark plug wires. We actually shoot 30-40 psi shot of air right here in this drain hole, and that will pop the boot up, and then you're just fishing the wire out of the way so you can get at your spark plugs. From there, we go and do all of our York Way specialty of cleaning and lubricating all your controls. This is the kind of thing that makes your bike feel new. So your clutch lever comes off, pivot comes out, your clutch cable comes out, everything gets inspected and cleaned and lubricated. We pull your clutch cable out and look at the cable itself, make sure it's not fraying or crimped. You know, if it is, then we catch that here and we can replace your cable here and not get you stuck on the side of the road. Same with the bottom, clutch cable where it connects to the clutch arm down there at the bottom. Pull that out of the clutch arm, inspect it, clean it. We put just a little grease down there because sometimes if they don't get any grease, they can squeak when you pull the clutch lever. Clean and lubricate your shifter pivot here. Keeps that shifter action nice and smooth. Clean and lubricate your gear shift linkage. So pull your gear shift linkage off at these heim joints, clean those, lubricate them with grease, put them back on, and that will help your shift feel be smooth. If you're hunting for neutral, a lot of times that can be, the heim joints can be frozen, and clean and lubricate those. That might get you freed up, and so you can find neutral. Clean and lubricate your side stand bolt right here and all these surfaces. So pull this off, pull the bolt out, inspect the bolt, make sure it's not wearing abnormally. Clean and grease all of that, put it back together. This bolt is starting to show a little wear, so we'll replace it at the next service. It's not bad enough now to warrant replacing, but now we know. Clean this pin here, side stand safety switch pin, clean this pin, and then put a little shot of oil on it so it will actuate smoothly. We checked the coolant tank. It's topped up correctly, did not need any coolant. When we got back to the rear tire, we found out he had 11,500 miles on these Metzeler Cruise Techs and was ready for a new one. Looks like he was on the slab for the last little bit of the tire, but it's pretty good. 11,500 on the Metzeler Cruise Techs. We always check wheel bearings when we pull the wheel off. Check the wheel bearings, and on the rear wheel, we'll check the cush drive damper as well. That cush damper was good. The wheel bearings, this wheel bearing was starting to go bad. And this is the one that's got your, inside this seal is your encoder for your wheel speed sensor. So we replaced that rear tire. It balanced out at 10 grams of weight, which is not much weight, but that's very typical for the way we balance. Then properly tension that belt and align that belt to run right down that center of that rear pulley. This customer had a, this is an Indian part, but he had a stubby antenna here, so he dropped that off and we swapped it out. We checked his head pipe bolts or nuts here, made sure they were torqued properly. They're known to loosen up after 10-15,000 miles, so we may have checked them at the last service, but they're good. Clean and lubricate this brake pedal pivot down here, and you know, that just helps keep the road grime out of there, and greasing it makes that pedal actuate really smoothly, and it helps give you a better feel for what's going on with your rear brake. Same thing with the front brake lever. Pull it off, clean this pivot, clean all of this here, all these points where the lever is touching the perch and pivoting on the perch. Clean all of this, grease it, put it back together. There should be no friction here. When you pull this lever, the only feedback you should be getting is the resistance back from the brake fluid. If you hear any squeaks from either lever, you know, metal squealing, squeaking, pull them off, clean them, grease them. They're talking to you, and they're not supposed to. Fork looks good, no oil seepage here. Pull the battery cover off, check the battery, test the battery tested good. Inspect the lighting, make sure all the lighting works, high beam, low beam, all the front lighting, rear lighting, turn signals, brake lights, horn, make sure all of that works. So when you head out of here, you know all your lighting's going to work correctly. And here's our inspection list, our homebrew inspection list that we give every customer when we're done. And you see the little battery, the battery test as well, we give that to them. So we transfer all of those notes into the invoice anyway, so we have the copy and we give that copy to the customer. So there you go, 2022 Indian Pursuit Limited, 23,000 miles, ready to go another 5,000. And remember, you got to bring your Indian motorcycle to the Yorkway to have it serviced the way it was meant to be.